Ladies, just because a man invites you to go on vacation with him does not mean you have to agree. Let's talk about it. So, who doesn't like vacations? Any chance to escape the daily grind and stresses of life is, a welcome thing. This is something that people look forward to every year or any chance they can get. But what if for you as a lady, a man invites you to go on vacation? What do you do? Okay, so I'm here to help you. Before you zip up your suitcase and, go on this trip, you must ask all the questions that are going to be lingering in your mind. Assumption is going to be your enemy at this time, ladies. This is not the time to get excited and just drop everything you're doing and hop on the next flight with the intention of asking questions later. This is a recipe for disaster. There is no rush. This is about you. You put yourself first and you ask the right questions. So the man has invited you to go on vacation, and he has said he's going to pay for everything. That's fine. You need to ask for details. What is he paying for exactly? Is he expecting you to, pay for the Uber from here, from your place, from where you live to the airport or to whichever place, and then the expense coverage starts from there? Or are you supposed to cover the air ticket as well? And, what are the details? What is covered? Is everything covered? This is not the time to just assume or to be like, oh, you know what, I'll just use it and then I'll ask him when I see him. I'm excited to go and I can ask him when I see him. This is a recipe for disaster. Ladies, do not do this. Do not hop or feel obligated to answer right away. These are things you have to ask about what is going to be expected. Another thing that's very important, ladies, what are the sleeping arrangements? Are you going to have your own room? Will there be separate rooms? You have to know what you're getting yourself into. Again, do not assume. Don't be like, especially if the man has said he's going to cover the whole thing. This is your time to say what you're comfortable with. If you know you want your own room, say that. Don't be like, oh, you know what, he's so kind and I don't want to upset him, so I'll just go and say yes to a shared room. Ladies, please don't do this. And again, you don't even have to go if you don't want to. The other thing is, ask what is going to happen during this vacation that he has invited you to. What are you going to go on any excursions? Are you going to go on galas or any fancy dinner? Are you going to explore the place? Like, ask questions about what is going to happen when you're out on this vacation so that you can plan well. You don't want to go there looking like you're going to the club when maybe he's planning on taking you on like a fancy dinner, and then you're looking out of place. Ask questions about whether this is a romantic trip. Is this a trip where you get to know each other? Is this a trip where there's going to be other people, your friends, shared friends? Yes, ask these things. Another thing, you guys, I told you, assumption is going to be your enemy. If this person is asking you to go to a foreign country, obviously you're going to need a passport. So don't just be like, oh, I will ask him when I see him. Don't do that, because also the questions you ask are also going to reveal a lot about how you think, how you value yourself, and just your general outlook. So more than anything, this is about you making sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. So obviously, you know, do you need a visa? Do you need a passport? Are there any documents you need to carry along? Do you need any medical paperwork to show you have immunization for, you know, such and such? Some places, some countries have these requirements. The other thing you can ask is, will there be any photo taking? Maybe you're not into social media. Maybe he's into social media and maybe you're not. And you know, you want to be like, okay, I just don't want any of my pictures showing up on social media. So this is, again, you asking all the questions to make sure that you have the answers that you will need. Ask about what the contingency plan is. What happens when you're not feeling it? Even though you may be in paradise, maybe you're in a 5-star hotel, but you're just not feeling him. You just don't want to be there. Then what's the emergency plan? What happens then? Ask these questions, ladies. Don't go there, you're miserable, and you're just there because, you know, he's paying everything and you're counting on the hours until you leave. This is not fair to you or him. So make sure you know how you're going to exit when you're not happy. If you're not comfortable going by yourself, and ladies, this is where your intuition is going to kick in. If you are excited, obviously you're going to have a lot of, you know, excitement, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to go to this place I've never been. But again, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut feeling. If you're excited, but there's that inner voice that's telling you, oh, you know, this, or maybe you have concerns, maybe ask a friend to tag along with you. Ask a friend to go with you. That way, you know, you're not by yourself. And if you guys are not vibing, if you feel like this guy is not, like, whatever happens, and you're just not, it's just not working, at least you have your friend with you and you still get to, you know, enjoy the vacation. Ladies, have your own money. You cannot leave the country to go to another country that you've been invited to. First of all, that's not recommended. If you're going to go on a vacation you've been invited to, at least let it be like not too far from home. If it's going to be like to another country, make sure you have your own money. Make sure you're able to take care of yourself when you get there. Make sure that you have enough money to cover like the entire thing if things go awry, because you don't know. Don't assume. It's very dangerous to go to another country and, you know, be stranded there, and then how do you get home? So ladies, have your own money. Do whatever it takes to have your own money, because you never know, things can happen, and you need to be able to get home if you need to. Don't feel obligated to do anything. And you guys know what I mean when I say anything. Just because it's an all expense paid trip does not mean that you need to do anything. The answer is no, if you don't want to do anything. So set your boundaries early. If you, again, don't want to share a bed, this is something you already said before you even left home. You've already set the expectations. Do not allow yourself to go into anything where you're not going to be, you know, happy or comfortable. Another thing is, just because they invited you does not mean that they are in control of you or your safety or your fun. You still have a say of, oh, you know, maybe I want to do snorkeling, or maybe I want to do a balloon ride. Like, be vocal about what you want to do, especially if you're going to a place that you've never been. This is your chance to explore the place. So be vocal about what you want to do. Yeah, I thought I would share with you guys about this. I hope this helps someone. Bye.